I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's in the Tape, Season 22, Volume 7. And of course, this is Easter Sunday. Well, if you're watching on Easter Sunday, it is. So, I've decided to go with, because Mel was so disappointed that I couldn't reach into the bag last week, he was disappointed that I couldn't play Chucky Egg. Well, it's such a good choice, isn't it? I mean, it's Chucky Egg, which is that one there. Chucky Egg, look, Chucky Egg. It says Chucky Egg on the side. So Chucky Egg, and this is my copy of it. I love the way it came in a yellow packet, actually. I don't know why it came in a yellow one, but anyway. And a nice printed and typed label on the bottom of there. So anyway, Chucky Egg didn't come out, so he was so disappointed that I pulled it out because, of course, it's Easter. I also pulled out this one, which has got Blade Alley, Pool, and Moon Buggy because, well, it's my channel. I like shoot 'em ups, and there's also Mooncrester on there. And if we have time, I'm going to fit this in because, again, it's Easter, so we're going to have some Chucky Egg. But before we do that, I've got a few other things I want to show you. So let's just push this one aside, and let me show you some things that have turned up. This turned up for me yesterday, which was about 3 days before it's meant to arrive. I got one of these. Which is one of the 400 minis from the Retrogames people. So I'm quite looking forward to this. I haven't even had a chance to really look at it. I've just got it and I've not even opened it. So spin that around quickly. Spin. I haven't really had a chance to look at it realistically. I have got all of the various things you can download for it. So I'm looking forward to actually giving that a try. So yeah, this is the oh look, it's got a picture of what machines are involved in it. Hundreds of games for the 400, 800. XL, XE, and the 5000. The files must be legally obtained. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, these are the machines it emulates. All of these ones here. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. So anyway, that's turned up. I'm quite looking forward to doing that. I love the fact that it's almost. I know it probably was the colour of it, but it's almost nicotine yellow. That isn't it? It's nicotine yellow. Those are the days when we had nicotine yellow. There was a reason for that, by the way. There was a reason. There's a bizarre reason for that. The reason was that they wanted it to look officey and professional. And apparently nicotine yellow was the colour. Anyway, I also got some other things through from my lovely friend Daryl. Daryl, I honestly, I know you said some of these things might not work, but it's still amazing. So he sent me, and I'll pull this over, he sent me Space Harrier 2. He sent me Rampage. This is to make my Easter very, 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 very good. Rampage. He also sent me Suivo's World. He also sent me Light Cycles, which is actually cool because that looks a bit like the Tron thing there, doesn't it? He sent me those, and then these ones just blew me away. He sent me these. They remind me of boxes of Maltesers when you get them. He sent me the Elite Thrill Pack. Gold one first with the instructions in, and look, they like Maltesers when they used to have a plastic wrapper over the top so you could see the Maltesers rolling around inside it. So he sent me that one, but he wasn't really content with that. So he sent me another one. He says they've been sitting around in his house for ages. Well, that's great because I love things like this. So this is the Gold 2 with Airwolf and Scooby Doo and all this kind of stuff, and then 3. He even sent that through as well. Apparently there's a platinum somewhere. I'll move that away so I can see 3. Yeah, it says there's a platinum out there as well. What a wonderful combination of games that is. That is just amazing. Oh look, it's got packs in there as well with them fitted in. That's just amazing. I can't believe that. So I'm blown away. So thank you very much, Daryl. That's really, really, really impressive and also amazing. I couldn't believe it. I missed out on a few of these recently, funnily enough. And I kind of thought, I would rather like those. But anyway, in the meantime, let's get, I think, this one first into the drive, and then we'll work our way through to the Eastery type things as we go. See you soon. Right, the tape is in the drive, so let's go down to our favourite, which is Basic, and load dit. And this should be Blade Alley. Assuming it isn't a load code, of course. And then we have to go again. But anyway, yes, load dit as we go down it. So happy, if you're watching this on Easter Sunday, a happy Easter. Enjoy the chocolate. Enjoy the roast din-dins. I'm assuming you're all having a roast din-dins. We won't have a roast din-dins. We're going to have, I think it's called chicken harass, which sounds like some kind of rock star.
But it's quite nice. I promise you, it just uses that sort of sauce you can get, sort of as paste, doesn't it? That uses it. You put it all over the chicken, basically, and it makes it flavourful. It's a bit like you sort of what's the one they've got? Oh. It's a very herby anyway. That's just imagine herby sort of thing that goes on it. Quite an inexpensive meal, but it's quite nice, really. You know, roast potatoes, the usual sort of trimmings, broccoli, a bit of broccoli. Love a bit of broccoli in our household. We like the stalk, so you cut it all off and you eat the stalk in the centre. It's very tasty, would you believe? You know, very crunchy. It's a bit like a cucumber, but not being cucumber. This isn't a bad game, by the way. There's a little Star Wars stroke feel to some of this, though. If you look at the style of the ship there, it's a little bit X-wing, you know. So not quite, but just a little bit X-wing. I have dabbled, though. I was just thinking to myself there as I looked sideways. I have dabbled with the idea of changing my microphone. I can get those lapel type mics so that basically I can't really walk off, that have got like Bluetooth in them, but I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, whether or not it's going to change the sound of my voice so much that you all sort of go, oh my god, who is this strange individual that's sort of William Shatner in sort of James T. Kirk style. What planet of man is this? You know the style he does, but he doesn't actually do that. But he does, but he doesn't. Have you ever seen him reviewing himself? There's a I think it's a GQ thing you can watch on in YouTube if you search GQ and William Shatner, and he reviews himself and various people playing him as him, and he's like, I don't sound like this, and everybody's giving it the old, Spock, we must look at the possibility that life may be on the planet. And honestly, it's quite funny, actually, to be honest with you, because there's all kinds of other impressionists doing it. It's Jim Carrey and all those kind of people. Though I didn't realise Jim Carrey was a big Napalm Death fan. I was told that recently. I didn't realise that, and I think that's why it features in one of the movies, isn't it? There's a movie that it features in there where Jim Carrey has a bit of Napalm Death going on. So well, and you one on me. I think I've heard the band screeching in a good way. In a good way, So each to their own. Realistically, that's that. I've got to say, when it comes to music, everybody's got musical taste. Mine's very eclectic. I kind of like a bit of everything. Nothing really. I think that was one of the joys, by the way, of growing up sort of in the 70s and 80s. I think we got all the new music as well as the old music, and we got it all combined into sort of a cacophony of beautiful sounds, and we got all of definitely got all of the best music. I've got to admit, we you can't deny that we didn't get all the music. I mean, in fact, it's so good. It's so good. All right, okay, use the keys to climb. All right, okay, what are the keys? So bank left and right. Q. Okay, this is really weird. These are the kind of keys that drive you nuts. Y, whatever else it is. Climb with. So A and Z. Cap shift to space to fire. Right. Okay. I've got that. Don't know what. It's doing a demo. Right. Okay. I think I have the keys here. They're all written on the screen there. Obviously, this is not me. This is the Blade Alley demoing itself. Because if it was me, I would have crashed by now like that. Yeah, absolutely. Stand by. New level, stand by. Yeah, I don't want to see this. Press to start. Enter. I'm waiting for it to behave itself so I can move. Right, okay. The keys are so weird. New level, stand by. I don't want to see the levels. Come on. We don't need to see the levels. Yeah, we've seen the new levels. It's very flashing. I hope nobody's. Oh, look at the shadow on the ship. I never noticed that before. As it moves, there's like a shadow underneath it, like an underlay. Yes, I know. We know about the new levels. Yeah, we know. I think I waited too long there with looking at the screen. Come on, quick back to the menu. How do I do that? I'm pushing every key on the keyboard. That's immensely annoying. Yeah, stand by for new levels. I've seen it. Yes, we're now in space. There, look at the TIE fighters. They're definitely TIE fighters. Come on. Every key being pressed. Oh, I hate this when you get something like this where it does that. I don't need to see all the levels. Stand by new level. The number of ships you have to destroy, by the way, is on the line at the bottom of the screen there. So that like cyan line at the bottom of the screen is the number of ships you have to destroy. I am really getting annoyed now. Come on. Did I? Oh, it's me. I'm playing. Right, so like there's a little shadow you see of the ship itself. You see the shadow of the ship? On the bottom of the... when the ship moves, there's like a little after shadow sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes there's like an after shadow. It's kind of cool. Right, okay, it's me. Got to avoid... There's an alien down. There's another alien down. I'm going to avoid that TIE fighter. Yeah, there's like a little shadow that follows them sometimes. It's kind of clever. They try to make it, give it a little bit of more of a sort of a good look. Do you know what though? This is a good game. It's one that's quite common. You'll find it anywhere, everywhere. But it's a good looking game. It really is. I don't know how I managed to get that to start, but yeah, it's a good looking little game. This one, and it's a nice little shoot 'em up. It's pretty simple. It has featured on What's on the Tape before. It's sort of a staple of people's taking it. I don't know whether it was a budget title or not. I don't think it was. That's the thing. I don't think it was, but I think again it was one of them. I feel like it was one of them sort of games that never made it to the north because I never had it. And I mean, and that's well, by the way, that's no measure of definition of any way, shape, or form. But it feels like it was. Yeah, here we go. Oh God. Oh, died. Right, see if it goes back to the main menu now. Quickly. I'm a space cadet. I'm not an admiral. PSS, yeah. 0 for menu. Yeah, there we go. J for joystick, press fire to play. Wow, right, okay. I should have just held the fire down earlier. That's what it was. My eyes are absolutely blasted from this screen. By the way, I feel like I'm a bit sort of. There's a lot going on. Oh, got killed. I don't know what generates the next level. It's good though, isn't it? I mean, it really is. It's pretty special for a shooter. I think it's a pretty good one. I could see me play. Always for me, the definition of a game that's good is you'd load these and sometimes you play them by yourself. Things like Chaos you could play on your own, but you could also play with friends without any problem at all. And I think this is one of those games that I could have easily played with my friends and we'd have had fun. Seeing who could get furthest on it and all this kind of stuff. I think it would. I think that for me is the definition of a good game. So I do think that we'd have had fun. Yes, got to the new level. Oh my God, they're just slightly too low for me to get. And green's really bright today. So yeah, for me, oh God, just running over the top of it was enough to kill me. Level 2. Yeah, no, for me, that's the thing. It's the definition of a, sort of a good game was also one that, you knew your friends would want a copy or they'd want to borrow your copy or you want to play with them. And that was the things we had, didn't we? We enjoyed those kind of things. We enjoyed playing Target Renegade with friends was amazing. Just original Renegade with friends was amazing. Nobody played Target Renegade 3, by the way. Nobody talk about Renegade 3. It didn't happen. Apart from the awesome Bob Lakeland cover. It was a game that was never published. Just Bob did a really cool cover. No, but you know, in seriousness, that's what we did. We used to play. We used to love Double Dragon because we could play it together on the same machine. You know, your mate would come round. You know, bring his BMX, sit it outside, and you know, and leave it on the front of the house, and you come in and you'd play it. You'd load up a Spectrum game if it did load. You know, it took a while sometimes, but it did load, and then you'd play. You know, sort of together on a game like that, or Space Invaders of some sort. Sorry, Space Raiders. Not to be confused with the what's it called, the Alan Fotheringill Bug Bite software. Not to be confused with the sort of the sort of I can't even remember what I was saying. I've completely confused myself. Let's just press enter. I have confused myself here. I am a confusing person. What am I doing here? What's going on? What's the keys? Was that? Oh, the cursor keys. Oh, God. They are the cursor keys, and 0 will be the button to press. Left, right, down. Yep, 100% cursor keys. How do I hit the power, though? Oh, S. S for shot, I think it is. So yes, pool. I have seen better pools. This one's not striking me as a pool. I'm not even sure what side of it was striking there. I have seen better ones. Is that number 2 going to go in? No, it's not. So if I press S now, does it? What? Why does it go that direction? It makes no sense at all. And the power's like going across the screen there, look. So when you press the S button, it's... I don't know how that works. How do you know which direction you're hitting it? I have seen this version of Pool, by the way, from Bug Bites. It comes in a rather... I see how it works now. So it's the last direction you were pushing is the direction the balls go in. Which is totally unhelpful. Really unhelpful. It comes in has a rather nice sort of cover on it, but now playing it, I don't think we really care about Pool. That's a rubbish Pool, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's absolutely rubbish. That's a very bad Pool, to be honest with you. It's only a shame we haven't found SOS on this, from Vision. That was a really good game. That was a version of Lunar Rescue from... is it Lunar Rescue? Lunar Rescue? Yeah, it is Lunar Rescue. It's a Spectrum version of Lunar Rescue that was from, that Taito did... Or Taito did for after they did Space Invaders, or one of the variations of Space Invaders. They sort of changed them up a little bit, and it's a rather shame that it isn't actually on here. But doodaloo. Moon Buggy is loading. This has a glorious cover. It's a simple shoot 'em up, but it has the most glorious cover. Oh, I did want to mention the 400 mini. Now that was I think they started taking pre-orders for that about. I know it's not pre-orders. Basically, it's taking your money beforehand and then stick it in the bank and making cash out of it until. But either way, maybe it's not the same Moon Buggy I'm thinking of. This might not be the same game that I'm thinking of. Anyway, we'll see when we load it. So. Yes, they take your money early. Whatever else, they put out orders for this thing early for the 400 mini. I'm gonna try and do an unboxing at least for it. I'm probably not gonna play much of it. I might get a game on it too this weekend. I don't really know what to do because I never saw. I told you my experience with microcomputers in the actual 80s and 90s was extremely limited. I had, as I told you before, one friend with a Commodore 64. And of course, he didn't have many friends because he had a Commodore 64. It's not true. More friends than at least 2. me and the Commodore. But Commodore 64. Didn't see many of those. I've only played a one once or twice. A lot of Spectrums, whole raft of Spectrums, loads of people's Spectrums. Had one friend with an Amstrad CPC 464. With a green screen, which meant that you didn't get to see the luscious colours that the thing was capable of doing. It was a disaster in my mind, if you think about it. I mean, it was great that you've got a computer, complete computer, but it had a green screen. However, saying that, I used to work off a Spectrum with a great black and white screen for years. You know, a little black and white telly was the way to go. You know, even with, and it was sort of a luxury to have a colour telly back in the day. So I know black and white telly for me. So I suppose I can't complain about the fact that they got a green screen, but you would think that considering it came with a monitor, it would be better. Anyway, this is not Moon Buggy I'm thinking of. This is the Moon Buggy as in the conversion from the arcade. C for controls. I'll maybe put the Sinclair joystick in here. I might plug the beast in. Hang on, I'll grab the joystick. You just stay there. I'm grabbing it. Just grabbing it now. It's above my head. Got it. It's actually a cruiser joystick with a conversion thing, so it's like a little cable that swaps around because Sinclair in their absolute wisdom decided that the answer to the problem was to swap wires round so that it didn't work, even though it was literally just swapping wires round. So instead of being exactly the same as Atari, which I think is the reason why, actually, it's probably a copyright issue. They were a little bit concerned that they were going to get into copyright issues with the fact that the joystick end and port was exactly the same as Atari's, but at the same time, they didn't want it to be Atari's, you know, so maybe that was the thing. So we'll do 2. Right, okay, so can I press fire and start? Yes, I can. Okay, so this is our little moon buggy. It scoots across the surface. We have to jump things and try not to get blown up by things along the surface. Oh my god, that creature above me is going to blow me up. I don't feel like I can power any further forward. I can't. I can only go up and down. This is a harsh moon buggy, by the way. You can't go forward. You can't go faster. You can only go the same speed. Yeah, that's pretty harsh. Good start. Boom. Enter your name. That's me. That's your man, the Moon Buggy Man. But yeah, what was I saying? So as I say, I had a friend with an Amstrad CPC. I had a friend with MSX, and I think he had the version 2 because it had the cartridge drive in it. I think they all did, didn't they? Had the cartridge in it. I always wanted an MSX, and he had some cartridges, not a lot, but he had sort of things, yeah, Kung Fu and all this kind of stuff. And when an 8-bit wise, that was pretty much it, bar one friend who had an Atari 2600, and I remember playing Solar Fox on it, and Solar Fox kind of blew me away. We played it on the 20p Arcade Challenge, the actual original arcade game. It's really good fun, actually. It's like Pac-Man in space with people shooting at you. That's kind of the general gist of it. But it's good. It's good. And I remember, but the 2600 it required imagination. Some of the games are rubbish. You know, you like anything else. Sometimes games are rubbish, and sometimes games are good. I mean, if you've watched this week's 20p Arcade Challenge, Cloak and Dagger is monumentally rubbish. You know, I don't see any redeeming features in it, and I'm normally quite good about computer games. There's very few that I've taken such a dislike to so simply. It was a conversion kit as well for arcade machines. It wasn't I don't think it was an official game in its full right. I don't think you could buy a Cloak and Dagger machine from Atari, funnily enough. But there it was. But so none of my friends, not a single one of my friends, I never saw an Atari 400, 800, XL, XE, or even a 5200. Never saw single one of those. They didn't exist for me. They weren't machines that I saw. So I'll be brutally honest. This is going to be really new for me. Trying that out. I'm quite looking forward to it. At the same time as I think I've collected it for the sake of collecting it. I'm not that big an Atari fan. I know there's lots of fanboys out there for Atari, but I've never really been. To be fair, they've never really grabbed me. Even their arcade stuff has never been brilliant from my point of view. They became a better software developer than they were the gaming company. I'm gonna play again the Moon Buggy, but I've got a bucket of coffee. I hope you've got a beverage. I just need a little guzzle from my bucket. Oh, That is good stuff. Right, let's go again then. Let's see if I can. Can I shoot that? Yes, I can. Right, okay. How do I get past? Come on. This is really harsh. You got to jump really early. You got to avoid. Good God! Got killed by the missile. Landed on that again. I landed on that. Lost my wheels. I'm a little bit rubbish at this one. I think it's the answer to that. I'm a bit poo. Let's be less poo this next time round. Let's have another go because I quite like these kind of games. I don't think I've got this one though. One of those games is probably really expensive now because is it the name of the company is one of those ones that people quite like. I think. I say quite like. I think it's one of those that's quite collectible. Very early. Do I have to hold it longer? I'm so grubbish. I can't get past the blooming foot. I'm getting all the high scores in here, but I'm not kind of getting anything else out of it. Let's have another go. What another go? By M. Fox. It was Michael J. Fox wrote this. It was his early days, before Teen Wolf, obviously, and what's the name of the program he was in? Days of Our Lives or something like that. I don't know. So, but early Michael J. Fox work before Back to the Future, of course. He had plenty of time. He used to love his Spectrum. It's a known fact that if it wasn't for the Spectrum, Doc Brown would never have been able to go back in time. Nor would he have been able to stop terrorists with AK-47s, as we all know. So it's kind of obvious that that's the. That is so random and so hard. I can't spell now. Yes, Moon Buggy. One more go. Might as well get the last high score on the table. Let's go for it. There's some points there. Come on, let me. Oh, it's gonna get me. Oh, it didn't. It didn't. I jumped just as it did its thing. Jeez. And concentration's going. Oh, he's going. Oh, managed to make it to the red bit. I'm in the red bit. I'm in the red zone now. I'm going to die, though, of course, here, because I'm utterly rubbish. But I'm in the red zone. I'm even beating my own high score. There we go. Just being very cautious with my firing. And landed on the that was much better, much more fun. I like it. Not a bad little version that. Now I need a copy of that one. Need it. And it's not even that's not just a full requirement. I need a copy for my collection. My collection of piles. And piles and piles and piles. Right, okay, let's move on. Let's get this tape out of the drive. We'll go with the old tape deck. Mooncrester first. I do love a bit of Mooncrester though. You've got to give Mooncrester a lot of credit. It's a beautiful game. It's a really nice arcade conversion. Very, very nice arcade conversion. In fact, one of the best along the way. There are very few games that for me that are almost arcade perfect. Mooncrester is possibly one of those. And I know it's a pretty simplistic game, but I'll be honest, it is one of those games that's really, 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 really good. Well worth playing. And sort of yeah. I'm hoping this is not overwritten. Come on, Mooncrester. This doesn't look good, people. And there's me waxing lyrical about how brilliant it is, and it may be not on the tape. It's like somebody's recorded over it. It is possible. Also, would help if it was fully rewound. I don't think it was fully rewound there. We'll see if it's fully rewound in a second. I'm not sure I was fully rewound. I think I just got a bit excited there and put the thing in and started playing it. There's a lot of rewinding all of a sudden. Yeah, that'll be me then. Alright, okay, let's press the play button now. This has got to be better than it was a moment ago. He says. I feel like I didn't rewind it all the way now. What's that over there? Oh, it's a remote control. I was so confused there by its remote control over on the side. It's like, what is that? I piled up. Here we go, Mooncrester. Yes, that'll help if I had actually done the right thing in the first place. I'm hoping it's not a speed loader, though, because they're rubbish. I hate speed loaders. I get it. They will try to be clever and make it harder to copy. It blooming worked, but it blooming worked too well, because I don't know how many people kept Strange Loop, because, of course, I often discuss Strange Loop as a... Yeah, it's a speed loader again. And it's gone bonkers. Let's see if I can get it working off a loader. I don't know if I've got a copy handy. That's the only problem with this one. This is one of those games that if I don't have a copy handy, we may never get to see it. Let's try this off PlayZX. But yeah, I get it. They were trying to make things harder to copy, but at the same time, what they did is they just ended up with a whole load of games that were then defunct after about several. If you managed to load it 3 or 4 times, after that it was almost impossible. Think about Pole Position, really hard to load. The Strange Loop, which I always discuss, very hard to load. Games worth having. Anybody who loads that, though, deserves a medal in 2024 if you can actually load Strange Loop. It's just unbelievably hard to get to work. Mooncrester. Cresta. There's the re-release, which is 3 minutes long. It's probably the one to go for, because I think somebody re-released it and didn't compress it. So let's go with that one. Done. Re-release. This is a re-release, which is now the original that came up in Incentive Software, which is the one that was the one that we're probably loading before. They used some kind of compression on it, some kind of quick loader, and it's 2 minutes and 10 seconds to load, whereas it's almost an entire minute longer to load on from the alternative version of it, which is the alternative re-release of the whole thing. So the something to be said for getting rid of those compression things, but you'll be hard pressed to find a copy of Strange Loop that does that, and I don't think it even loads very well from those your Div MMC things and your Div IDEs, the sort of quick loaders on things like the ZX Spectrum Next has one as by default as its SD drive, and I don't think they even load correctly on there. I think you'll be very lucky to get that thing to work. But as I say, this is one of the greatest conversions of an arcade game that's out there. It's well worth owning a copy, but probably the copy you want, if you want it to load, is probably the copy from Alternative Software, the re-release, rather than the original, if you want it to load. If you want it just to look nice on the shelf, get the other one, because they do look nice on the shelf. It's like owning a copy of Phoenix, which is another arcade conversion that's near as damn it perfect, absolutely perfect. I mean, I've been playing Mega Phoenix recently, which is like the spiritual successor to it, which actually did have an arcade release. I'm kind of looking forward to it, hoping it's going to turn up on the 20p arcade challenge at some point. But it's a great re-release, a great re-version of it. I don't think it got a specky release though. That's a bit sad for the Spectrum, but it got released on Commodore 64s, and it got released on the Amstrad CPC. It got released in the arcade. The Amiga got it. The Atari ST got it. So quite a few things got it. So it did get kind of a more general release. But as I say, I don't remember seeing Mega Phoenix for the Spectrum. If it does exist, I'll be pleased to see it. So yeah, absolutely, another brilliant game that's out there, well worth playing. and trying. It's one of those games that I'd like to see. I'd love to see, you know, I'm a big fan of the Evercade. I think the Evercade's great. Even though I haven't put any of it on my channel, I really should. All right, I admit that I really ought to put some of this stuff on my channel. But the Evercade is one of my favourite sort of modern solutions. It's robust enough. It looks good. It feels good. It's a bit like the stuff that Retrogames people are pumping out. You know, they're with the sort of the mini. It feels good, and I do recommend it. I think that you can't go wrong with a device where they're basically doing curated collections of games, which I think is really nice. Not really sure. British company, so bit of Britain there, bit of Bulldog, you know, all that kind of rubbish. But realistically, it's pretty good game. Look at this. Look at how good this looks. You know, trip through space. Right. Okay. What's the keys though? Keyboard, yes, that'd be lovely. 5 to redefine the keys. I wish to go left, right, fire, hold is H, A is abort, correct, and I want to start the game at 6. This is great, this. I really like this. You basically shoot. It's like Space Invaders. It's like a variation of Space Invaders. It spawned at least a few more games. It's Terra Cresta. Obviously, Moon Cresta is Terra Cresta. There is, what's the other one it spawned that it did? And there's a brand new one I think called Solar Cresta. Which is a modern day game, and it's blooming brilliant. It's nice to see them. I'm a bit of a fan of shooters. I love the way that the lives work in this because they're bits of ship. So as when I lost a little bit there at the beginning, it replaced it with it's effectively a double firing ship. So it's much easier to sort of shoot at these things with, which is handy because they're terrible. I've lost another life, now I'm down to my 3rd life, which is this, the big bit of the ship, look. Here it goes. But of course, being wider, it's it's easier to be shot down. But at the same time, yeah, shooting the centre of screen is the answer to a lot of that. Solves a lot of problems. There we go, shooting the centre of screen. Keep him pinned in. Oh God, he nearly killed me. Oh no, boulders! That's it, all over. Got with a boulder in the end, eventually got me. It did its bum kicking out thing with me. But it's such a good game, honestly. This is a good shoot 'em up. This is one of those ones that get you know, that plays well. It does what it's meant to do. You know, it's a decent conversion of the arcade. It looks nice, pretty nice on the specky, and pretty nice on every version I've ever played of it. The Commodore 64 and the Amstrad CPC. It looks really nice. The problem with these, so I need the double firing one realistically. I think there's a point in the level where you can land on top of the part of it. I think I've never got there though. I'm not that good. Right. Okay. Let's keep shooting. Ah! Missed the opportunity to kill them all before they appeared, before they all spawned. Oh God, go away. Here we go. Move left and right and to dock. Oh! Boom! Blew up. Sorry, no bonus. Damn. Yeah, I knew there was a docking point. That was really harsh of it to land right on top of me, but thankfully it didn't kill me. Gladly they don't shoot at you, though. It's quite nice that. I'm just to stay put at the moment and just pretend I'm not getting killed. Yes. Really good, though. You noticed me moving tons here. I think it moved more in the docking stage than I did anything else. Oh, missile-like things. There we go. They finally do change the pattern. Oh, here we go, docking again. Let's see if we can dock with this bit. That's so unfair. I couldn't get enough thrust on it. Should have been thrusting to begin with. So I've blown up the bottom part of my ship now, which is really good news. And now I've got these sort of creatures coming at me, which look like drills. Space drills. Not to be confused with space tentacles or space testicles. One of the two, whichever comes at you first. Probably no pun intended in that. And that's dead because I've blown up all of the other ships when trying to land on them. Game over. Isn't that harsh? That's really harsh. It's really, really harsh. Right, okay, let's flip over the tape and let's see if we can get Chucky Egg 2 to load, and then we'll finish on a flurry of Chucky Egg 1. The one of the greatest sort of platformers that there ever was. I mean, it genuinely, it is one of my absolute favourites. I love the way it says try it now. It's like you'd load it in the shop. It's like loaded it in the shop and tried it now. Look at that. Helena, Philip, Timothy. Brilliant. 1 or 2 player game. Press your coin in with the 10p look. They did such a good job, and it's got the loading screen still there with the bits blasting at the back. I mean, that's really nice. I mean, if you're going to do a sort of demo that flies past the screen, that back in the day, I remember seeing Jet Set Willy, because Jet Set Willy does that like and then starts showing some of the screenshots from the areas. That was a brilliant attract back in the day. That's what it used to be called, by the way, the attract. Do you remember that? That's what the arcade companies used to do. It was what they attracted you to the machine with. You had to be more interesting than the other arcade machines that are actually out there. You know, just really more interesting than those. You know, so that you attracted people to play your game. Tracked mode. I'm not sure how you'd attract anybody to Cloak and Dagger. If I saw that, I'd completely ignore it. It's probably what happened. I'm not sure. It got favourable ratings, though. This was one really weird bit about Cloak and Daggers. It got favourable ratings based on it was based on a movie tie-in. They were making a game called Agent X, apparently, at Atari, and there was a movie called Cloak and Dagger that came out the same year. So they tried to merge the two, and they made it Cloak and Dagger, and they renamed the characters. This is Atari, so it was kind of a shoehorn in. You know, it wasn't really the movie tie-in. It was they both happened to have projects that were very similar, so they shoot two things in, and then they sort of made them as they were. But yeah, it's honestly I'm not normally down on games. That one just didn't have anything redeemable. It was like somebody just squished together a whole bunch of random ideas and didn't really think them out. You know, sort of agents sort of collecting bombs and secret missions and avoiding mines, and it just seems bad. I'm scarred by that one, to be honest with you. That one scarred me, that one. I don't normally get, as I say, we've been playing for the Arcade Challenge for probably about 5 or 6 years now. It's about 5 years, I think. About 5 years now, and most games I can kind of see the I just feel like that was a bit of a cash grab from Atari, but I think even Atari would agree with me when I say that about them. But back in the day, that they were just churning out pretty much anything at certain points, and they were hits, and they just sort of churned it all out and kept churning it out, and some things just then didn't stick, and then they buried it in the desert rather than doing anything else, didn't they? And then they found all of those cartridges. It wasn't just E.T. that got buried in the desert. I feel sorry for the guy who wrote E.T., but for a number of reasons, one of which he did actually quit working video games after that. And I really feel sorry for him, because he even showed that to Spielberg, who was making E.T., Steven Spielberg, and he went, yeah, that looks great. And it gets this reputation of being the worst game ever. To be fair, I don't think it is the worst game ever. I think Cloak and Dagger could quite easily take that championship away from it. I'm sure there's other games out there that are just as awful as that. But I don't think ET was as bad as everybody said it was. Have anybody actually played it? I've played ETX, which is the version of it for the Spectrum. I've tried to get a copy for a number of years, but I keep missing them. But ETX is the extra, is the specky version, but it's not really meant to be ET, but you know what I mean. But it's basically same style of game. You get chased around, you fall down holes, you get chased by the sort of FBI or CIA agent, whatever it was. You get chased around by them, and then that it is what it is. It's just it's okay. I mean, there's a lot of restrictions. And the guy wrote it in like 8 weeks or something like that. I mean, he smashed out a game in 8 weeks with no reference materials whatsoever, other than a few movie things and a little bit input from Steven Spielberg. Come on, give him a break. Give him a break. Poor guy. Oh, coffee is so damn good. It's so good. I love coffee. Love it. Yeah, I do. I just really love it. However, to be fair, when it comes to coffee going out, I'm a bit of a cappuccino fan. I do like a bit of cappuccino. I don't know about anybody else, but I do like a cappuccino. And when they say to me, "Do you want chocolate on the top?" I said, anybody who orders it without chocolate, they should be instantaneously thrown out of any coffee shop. Cappuccino without chocolate is part of the whole process, or with chocolate is part of the whole process. Without chocolate, you can't call yourself a coffee drinker. Just get out now. Leave. That's my feeling on cappuccino drinkers without chocolate on it. Really, why wouldn't you have the chocolate on top of it? You've ordered cappuccino anyway. It's a milky coffee, effectively. Where's your chocolate? Get the chocky on the top of it. I love a bit of chocky on the top of my coffee. I do like a latte though. I've never been, it's get a latte occasionally. They're quite nice, but as I say, I'm definitely if I go for it, it's usually a cappuccino for me. I like a cappuccino. I think it's that, and I do think it's the chocolate at the top, that little taste of chocolate. When you've got it, bit of chocolate, bit of sweetness with it all. Because I don't normally have sugar with my coffee. Depends on my mood, but most of the time I don't have sugar in my coffee because, first off, it's terrible for your teeth, but second off, it's print out the instructions. Really, press any key to view. Harry has made his way to make a giant egg. To do this, he must collect from around the fun factory cocoa, milk, and sugar. 8 of each of these must be dropped into the correct vat. To add to the confusion, each egg must contain a toy kit. Oh my God! It's got the deadly toy kits in it. They're not allowed in America. The 8 parts of this can also be found in the factory. There's also a cyan, and you must drop it in the toy maker. There are cyan. These are cyan. Oh, so these are cyan. Sorry, I missed some words because it's really complex on the screen. Once you've completed an egg, you must take it to the dispatch, and you'll be able to start on the next egg. So we've got 8 bits of cyan, 8 parts of egg. Right. Okay. If you prefer keys. Contains a save option. You can use that at any time. Oh wow! I didn't even know there was a save option. Henhouse Harry. Right. Okay. R to redefine keys. Up, down, left, right, jump. C to take. G. J. J for save. J's always save. You know that. It's law. Here we go. I don't think I've ever read the instructions to this game before. Right, so I'm Harry. This is us here. Whee! Can I pick this up? Oh, that's just to eat. Thought for a minute there I could pick it up. There it goes, Harry. Yes, good Harry. An excellent jumper. Oh, I need the dog. I remember this. You need the dog bone, don't you, to get out into the factory in the first place? You need to go up here. Boom. The bone, yeah, you need the bone to get past the dog. Oh, I fell too far. Seriously, Harry, you can't jump that far anymore. Those are some weird creatures, by the way. Those are like lizard-like, but not. They remind me of... They're kind of like flat moles. Maybe it's a reference to Monty. Good old Monty Mole. You see that thing on the news? I mean, it must have been a slow news day yesterday, or the day before, to you. Somebody found what was it? Was it a hat? Wasn't it? It was a. They thought it was a hedgehog. They took it home, and it turned out to be a bobble of a blooming hat. There must have been a slow. There really must have been a slow news day if that they literally did that. Yeah. So they took it home and fed it. Didn't eat anything though, surprisingly, because it was a hat or a bit of a hat. And this made national news yesterday. I mean, seriously, what a slow news day if that made national news. In the middle of, yeah, I mean, maybe the just national news is just like, you've had too much depressing news. Here, have some non-depressing news about some idiot who basically fed a hat. All right, up we go. Have a bone. Yum. See, lets you in once you got the bone. Actually looks like my dog, but not as big. The A and F Chocolate Factory. Come on, Harry. Oh, it just made me bounce. I thought I was going to get something else there. No, don't, no! Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Oh, it just made me bounce through the door, this. I thought it was going to do worse than that. I thought it was going to hurt me more than that. It doesn't. It just makes you bounce through the door weird. I've got to go across these spiders' webs to get to the other side. I just thought Chucky Factory is not the best of the games, but it's actually not bad. It's kind of like Jet Set Willying Chucky Egg, which is what happened with Manic Miner, if you think about it. And that's just crappy that might fall off there. But it is. It's like Jet Set Willing Chucky Egg, isn't it? It's what happened when Jet Set Willy. I mean, Harry goes on to start a massive career as a chocolatier. There we go. Let's get fancy words for you, Harry. You chocolatier, yeah. I've been attacked by a spider. But yeah, that's what he goes on to be. A chocolatier. I suppose that was the logical change for him after that. Maybe he was into cakes as well. Maybe he does cakes. I've just fell off as well. I've got to go a bit further down. That's just rubbish. I've gone into my name. Oh, I'm so ready now for a bit of Chucky Egg. So let's get the Chucky Egg on. We need some Chucky Egg to finish off with. That's what we need. Just to finish off for Easter properly. Have you got a chocolate egg? I hope you've got a chocolate egg. I hope you're eating a chocolate egg while drinking a cup of coffee right this moment in time. Or having a cappuccino with a chocolate egg smeared all over the top of it. A chocolate egg with a... No, so a cappuccino with a chocolate egg smeared all over it. One of those two. None of the above. None of the above. Whatever you like. Brewster's Millions. Let's... Oh, that's quite good, though. I'm going to give that one... I'm going to give that one more respect than it originally got. I think a lot of people don't like it. I certainly feel that there was a bit of hate around it. I don't know why, but actually that was a pretty good expansion on it. They must have looked at Jet Set Willy and went, let's do a variation on with Harry Henhouse. He's been a very popular game for us. So I can kind of get that one, and I love this one, Chucky Egg. This is from my original tape here. Chucky Egg. There is another one. I've got the other one as well. I've got the PNF release. I think it's called PNF release. That version is completely that's bonkers. That one, it really is. So yeah. I mean, it's bonkers. But I've got that release for the Spectrum as well. I say it's bonkers. It's exactly the same. It's just got a really weird cover on it. It's like it's like Harry Henhouse has turned into a massive egg. Not that he wasn't a massive egg anyway, but turned into a massive egg, and it just looks weird. It just looks weird. Now, I know Mel's a big fan of this, by the way. Mel Lavelle in the comments below. He'll be in there. He can get to like level 4,000 or something like that. Well, actually, no, it's more like 35, I think. Is that right, Mel? Something like that. Anyway, he can get through. He can get a long way in it. I mean, how far can you get in it? How far have you got in Chucky Egg? He's a machine. He can get it where the bird in the top corner comes flying out and tries to eat you on every level. I'm not even that good. The funny thing about this is I played it recently with my friend. The first time I played Chucky Egg was on an Amstrad CPC, and I say recently, not that many, probably sometime last year. But he came round and he hadn't played an Amstrad CPC for blooming years, and I had Chucky Egg running on it. I said, "Should we play some Chucky Egg?" And do you know what? It was amazing. Got to like level 15 or 16 without thinking, because of course that's what he'd done. He played it so much as a kid. It's like playing Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2. I'm still quite good at Street Fighter 2, even though I haven't played it in years. Really, I can still kick it behind occasionally on the game. I love the layout, by the way, of this. So it looks a bit like some of the Elite games where they had the high score on the main screen. I quite like that, to be honest with you. Right, press R to redefine the keys. I knew that was coming. Up, down, left, right, fire, and jump, should I say. S to start. One player. Here we go. I love the sound of this. He's running of his feet. I'm a bit of a weird. I'm normally quite a weird birdseed lever, because I kind of feel that the creatures that are involved in it, they'll eat the birdseed if they see it. So it's the little pink stuff. They'll eat that. I just feel that I sometimes just leave it for no good reason, but it's actually points. Let's grab them. That's the first level done. Way hey, that was quick. Let's see if I can do the second level just as quick. There's probably a way to do it. I'm surprised there's not speedrunners out here for this. I can imagine this is a speedrunning game. This has definitely got speedrunning written all over it. I mean, if there aren't speedrunners out there for it, there should be, because this is a great game for that kind of thing. Look at it. Look at us go. It's brilliant on the specky as well. Super fast. Don't care about the colour clash. It just goes like a rocket round the level. Level 3. It's when they start getting lifts in it. I struggle with lifts. Always struggle with lifts in this game. See what I mean? There's a lift there. It's always been and you can climb up and jump up the ladders as you go. Oh! There we go. Yeah. Always struggle with lifts in this, though. As I say, one of those things about this game, the lifts are the one that gets me. There's a timer in the top corner. That's persistently going down, because that bird creature at the top there will come out of there and try and eat you if you run over time wise. Oh bum! I can't remember how you get to that one. Boom. Boom. How do I get to that one? How do I get that one over there? I'm going. Boom. Yeah. Running short of time now. I'm down here. Oh, got on there. Timing's good. Timing's bad. Go down here. There we go, landed on it, beautiful. Love it, level 4. I'm not that great. I quite like it, but it's. I'm not that skilled a Chucky Egg player. Boom, boom. There's a kind of I do feel like a speedrun kind of thing on this. It feels like it should have a speedrun on it. I'll get that while that wasn't looking. No! There we go. Yeah, You just wander around over there, creature. No, don't jump off there. I was tempted to step off the top of there for a second. I'm not going to. Go on up. Up. That's it, go. You go there. Right. Do I have to go up one? No! Ah! There's a point you went to drop off to get that, and that was not it. That was not the one. That was not the location. That was not the location for the... Come on, down you come. Or maybe not. Whatever. There we go, got it. That's kind of the noise it makes. Run, run, run. Next. Jumping over here. Oh, I love the fact that you can grab the stairs as you go past. Nope. Caught myself there. Got myself between the two of them. It's a great game, this, though. Great game for a great Easter game. All about the eggs. I got lucky there. No. No. Ah. There, one. Oh, I hate these. To be fair, the lifts are the thing that gets me in this game. Those are the things that are really hard. I struggle with those. Does it loop after 15 levels? I can't remember. Somebody will tell me in the comments below. I know it will. There's a point that it loops. Oh. I'm not going to get to the point where it loops. I can promise you that. Never. It's never going to happen. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know why I jumped into that creature. I just did for no good reason. That's because I think I wanted the eggs. I was after his eggs. No, that's not going to work. Nope. Oh no! Fell off! Am I dead? I'm going to be dead, aren't I? One more life. I've got one more life. I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm not... There's these levels with... With the lifts are the ones that get me every time. It was good, but it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Let me put my name in. There you go. I'm at the top of the table. I'm the winner. You all lose. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.